Hi everyone, it's Isis. Welcome back to the channel. This is my second video on how to stop manifesting toxic people and circumstances into your life if you come from an abusive home. So I suggest you watch the first video. So as long as you are still enmeshed in a toxic family, none of these steps will work for you. These steps will start to maybe help you a little bit, but you're just going to go right back into the drama, right back into, all the toxicity, and you're still going to be on the wavelength of accepting toxic people, and so that's going to attract more toxic people into your life. So please watch the first video first. Find a therapist and talk it out. Tell them all the horrible things you endured as a child. And again, I think you need to find a therapist that understands narcissistic personality disorder. You want to find a therapist that understands that family estrangement is a blessing. When you come from an incredibly toxic family, it's a blessing. The more you talk it out and the more you get all these negative emotions out of your system through therapy, the more it helps you. So that is always the first step. The more you heal yourself, the more uncomfortable your toxic family is with you. They don't want you to heal. They want you to be the toxic family garbage can. So the more you heal yourself with therapy, sometimes the toxic family is the one that ends up separating from you because they can't deal with this empowered version of you. So I was warned by an incredibly intelligent person that the longer I was away from my toxic family, the more memories, the more bad memories would start to surface. Because when you're conditioned to cover up all the truth with lies over and over again through your whole childhood, you can't see the truth as long as you're around these people. So be prepared for memories to pop up that fuel your rage. Step 2 is I want you to get really, really mad. Your entire life you were encouraged to brush it off, sweep everything under the rug, don't pay attention, make excuses for it, don't get upset about this and don't get upset about that. You probably have so much suppressed rage, okay? That needs to come out. I want you to get angry, really angry, at all the enablers. We spend so much of our lives being furious at the narcissist or psychopath or alcoholic or the person with borderline personality in our family. We get so mad at the person who had the extreme psychological problem or extreme addiction or extreme dysfunction that we don't get mad at all the people, all the enablers who allowed the dysfunction to continue for decades. I already did a video about how the enabler parent is just as toxic as the narcissistic parent, so you can click here if you want to check that out. The people who enable abuse are just as toxic as abusers. I want you to get so mad that you break stuff. Okay, I did. I had all of my mother's china that she left to me after she passed away. And I had all these Christmas ornaments that she gave me every year with the year on it. These trinkets from my childhood that she would buy me to sort of cover up the abuse. And every time I think about okay, yeah, another year of letting your brother sexually molest me or, criticize my body in front of all the men who worked for him or, hit you in the face, or another year of whatever it was, all these Christmas ornaments with the years on them. I looked at all these ornaments and I thought of all of that. I got a plastic bin and I shoved all these ornaments into the bags and all these china plates, and my husband gave me a hammer and I sat there for a few hours just hitting the hell out of everything and screaming. Neighbors probably thought we were interesting, but that's how I processed all my rage. I destroyed all this crap. Attack and destroy all these stupid objects, okay? Triple layer garbage bags so you don't have pieces of glass and china flying everywhere, okay? But that is the idea. You want to get all this anger out of your body. Get a punching bag and hit the hell out of it. Verbally, tell your relatives to go to hell for the first time in your life. Tell them this is bullshit, this is unacceptable, you guys are all disgusting enablers of abuse, I'm leaving, F you, goodbye. Scream at them. Even if they don't respond or they think you're crazy or they label you as the crazy, insane one, it doesn't matter what they think. This is not about them, this is about you. This is about getting all this toxicity out of your body. Tell them to go f themselves, okay? Now, if you want to do it on the phone, I recommend doing it on the phone or write them an email, telling them why you're done with them, why you think they're the scum of the earth. Because if you do it on the phone or you do it via email, there's no chance of you getting so mad that you physically attack someone. And with all this buried rage, that's a real dangerous possibility. So I don't want you to get in trouble. Do it in a way that's safe. Send them an email, do it over the phone. This period of rage is going to last for a while. Okay, it might last a few months, it might last a year. It's gonna pass though. You're gonna go through this period where you're furious and fuming and breaking things and telling everyone to go to hell. It's not a bad thing. Rage can be like fuel in a car. Let it motivate you to prove them wrong. Let it motivate you to go after your dreams. Let it motivate you to, get all your goals done. Let it motivate you to become the person you want to be and, make them eat their words. Become the person that they told you could never be. Rage can fuel your goals, okay? It's gonna last for a couple of months or maybe even a year, but when it's over, you're gonna feel like Andy Dufresne at the end of Shawshank Redemption after he crawls through the tunnel of sewage, comes out squeaky clean on the other side. That's the feeling you're gonna feel like. It's gonna be like you just passed through this entire tunnel of sewage and rage and bad childhood memories and repressed anger and repressed rage, but you're gonna come at the end of it. It's not gonna last forever, but you're gonna come out on the other side so much better off. After you go through that, you're still gonna have days when you get angry. You're still gonna have days where you feel like, oh, this is so messed up. You're gonna have days where like these bad memories pop up. But after you come out of the rage tunnel, and what I've discovered is I went through my rage tunnel. And now when bad memories come up and I start to feel angry again, I stop, take a deep breath, remind myself this is not happening now. This happened a long time ago. In the present, what is real in my life now is I'm surrounded by people who love and support me, who would never allow me to be abused. That is reality. That's what's happening in the present. Take a deep breath, feel gratitude for that, focus on that, and the rage goes away. And you don't have to let it ruin your day. Not today. Not again. I'm good. I can be happy today. Step 3. Now it's time to reprogram your subconscious. It's interesting. I was listening to a guided meditation by Marissa Peer about manifesting money into your life. And the whole time I'm doing this relaxed guided meditation where it's supposed to be so calming, I feel like, because she's talking about money, I feel like someone is yelling at me or nagging me as I'm listening to it. My entire life, my mom always told me I would never be able to make money. I'd never be able to handle money. I'd never be able to balance my checkbook. Or I didn't understand how much this cost, and I could never understand how much that cost. I mean, she put these belief systems into my head about money. And so I'm doing this guided meditation, and instead of feeling empowered, I'm feeling like I'm being nagged at. So this is how I reprogrammed my subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind will accept anything you put into it. It will accept new imaginary memories. It will accept imaginary parents. Okay, it'll accept these pretend memories that you make up to reprogram your mind. It'll fully accept anything you put into your subconscious mind. Just like how when you're having a dream, when you're sleeping at night and you dream, circumstances in dreams change constantly. One minute you're with your mom, and then the next minute you're with your best friend, and then the next minute you're in California, or the next minute you're in some desert somewhere. Situations and people and circumstances switch constantly in dreams, and our mind just accepts them, or we don't question what's happening in the dream. We just accept it. That's how your subconscious accepts things. So anything you put into your subconscious, like the dream, accepting the new reality, your subconscious mind will accept. So I gave myself 2 parents, a mother and a father. I based them on me and my husband, and then I created this alternative reality in my head of re-raising myself, instilling my inner child with all the values that I want. I got a children's diary, and I wrote this from the point of view, I gave myself kids' handwriting, and I had a diary when I was a kid, so I went back and copied the handwriting that I had back then, and the level of spelling, grammar, and vocabulary that I had back then rewrote my childhood. I rewrote it from the point of view of having mentally healthy parents. Now, for example, because my mom always told me I'd never be able to understand money, I wrote, "Dear Diary, Daddy was balancing his checkbook today. I walked into his office and saw what he was doing. I asked if I could see what he was doing. He showed me how he took all the receipts and added up the numbers and then subtracted the numbers from his bank account. I said, oh, that's just like the math we do in school. That's easy. I can do that. So that was the new memory of how I was taught to manage money and think about money. It's easy. It's no big deal. It's just like the addition and subtraction I do in school. So instead of the mother harping on me that I'd never be able to do this or understand this or have any concept of this, I gave myself a memory with a parent who showed me from an early age that balancing a checkbook before online banking was really not that hard. So you can do this with anything. If you had a mother that criticized you for not being, attractive enough, you can rewrite memories of having a mother that told you you were beautiful. If you had a mother who pressured you too much to you have to be the best at everything, you can rewrite your story where your mother allows you to do your best, explore your own interests, but actually enjoy your childhood and enjoy doing things that you love. So whatever your childhood trauma was, rewrite the experience you would have had if you had had a mentally healthy parent. Because you're writing it from such a young age, you're writing it from the perspective of you as a child. You don't have to worry about spelling or grammar. None of that matters because you're writing it from such a young child's perspective. So you can misspell words on purpose. You can have a very limited vocabulary. So there's some people who feel really insecure about journaling or writing for whatever reason. You don't have to worry about that because you're doing this from the point of view of such a young child. Then after you have done the journaling, I want you to meditate for 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and visualize the scenario you just wrote. So write it out first, exactly what happened with mom and dad today, what values did mom and dad instill into you, and then close your eyes, meditate on it for about 15 to 20 minutes, 10 to 15 or 15 to 20, whatever feels comfortable to you, and relive this childhood experience, but make it how it should have been. And your subconscious will accept this as a new memory. This is not going to erase all of your bad memories. What's going to happen is your real life will start to feel like a past life regression. Like all your bad memories from childhood, you'll still remember them, you'll still have them, they'll still be a part of you, but it'll start to feel like that was your past life. And now you're on to your new life. And these memories that you're writing and creating for yourself, this is your new life. And so what happens is your subconscious mind starts to be magnetized towards mentally healthy people who treat you well. If you have memories that your parents told you that, oh, this friend is mistreating you, you need to talk to your friend, and if they still mistreat you, then you need to stop being friends with them. If you have memories of a parent teaching you those values, you'll start to attract mentally healthy people who can return your love. You'll start to attract non-toxic work environments. You'll start to attract healthy work environments, bosses that actually appreciate your work, friends that are actually healthy and have balanced, equal friendships with you. You'll start to attract healthy, balanced circumstances and situations. And when these people come in, these new people that are healthy, that'll feel normal. That'll start to feel acceptable. You won't feel like uncomfortable around mentally healthy people the way you did before because you're vibrating on a different wavelength and your subconscious mind has different beliefs. All right, let me know in the comments if this works for you. Thank you for watching. If you feel like this helped you, please subscribe and blessed be.